Okay, so, on a Saturday afternoon in April 2025, I beat my first Extreme Demon. 1 year ago today, to be specific. And after 16 months of playing GD, I finally was able to conquer the hardest difficulty in the game. But since then I haven't stopped. I've been pushing myself to beat harder and harder levels, with an ultimate goal of beating a list level. After that, who knows? Anyway, here's a little recap of every Extreme I've beaten in the last year. Thank you so much for watching. Aku was my first Extreme, and I'm really glad it was. It's got a really good looking modern deco style, and really good gameplay. In my opinion, this is the best beginner Extreme in the game. I got pretty unlucky with this level though. I had 10 ending deaths, including 92%, 96, and 97. This might be because I almost jumped from 9 circles to this for some reason. After getting 85 though, I decided to do Windy Landscape in between the two. Finally, I beat my first Extreme Demon 1 year ago on 75 Hz vanilla GD, no start pause, no no-clip, just practice mode. This level has some pretty neat timing gameplay, with some pretty difficult duels at the end. I really struggled with the beginning of this level, a lot with 49% as well, so once I passed it, I was super locked in. Somehow I fluked the whole level. I probably wouldn't recommend it too much as a second Extreme, but if you're a little more experienced, it's a pretty fun level with a banger song. I struggled a lot with the 40 ship and the duel, but other than that, I didn't really find it too bad. I only had 1 wave death and only 5 attempts to the mirror ship. I got pretty consistent at the first wave too. This level is worth the hype in my opinion, but maybe not the best first Extreme. Oh boy, the Flawless. I spent 33k attempts on this level, still my highest attempt count. My perception of this level is heavily skewed by the 32k attempts I put into it on 75 Hz. I could not get past the 34 to 50 ship. It was a tiring grind, but eventually I bought a 240 Hz monitor in late July. I plugged it in and I beat it within a couple of hours. My best before that was 64%. So whatever you do, don't play this level on a low refresh rate. Pretty good level overall, has some fun ship and timing gameplay for its difficulty. It's generally pretty well balanced, and quite short. I was able to beat this level in a week as the second hardest. This is a pretty cool 2.1 level, with a lot of the difficulty coming from the duels in my opinion. I didn't really struggle with the memory part or the ending, but I died to 63, which is part of the second duel, 9 times. I only passed it 10 times. I had at the time my worst fail on the level, 92%. Though not as far as Aku's 97, it really hurt, because later that day I would leave on a trip for a while and I had really wanted to beat it then. I gotta say I'm a sucker for Kermal levels, even those ones. Heartbeat has some quite fun gameplay somehow, and the hardest part for me was probably the 70 to 80 ship. The wave is such a cool gameplay part too, I want to add. Fun fact, I died at 97 twice, making that my new worst fail, and I beat it on attempt 1. Bloodbath by Riot and more, the most legendary demon in Geometry Dash history. It was a dream of mine to beat this someday. The hardest parts for me were Michigan and Crack, of course. After 3 deaths at the 79 ship, I finally pulled through. This was the first level I have my audio recording from, so you can hear my reaction. Oh my god, I just beat Bloodbath! What? I just beat Bloodbath! Oh my god! Oh my god! I still, to this day, cannot believe I beat this level, let alone 5 levels harder than it. This level is so fun to play. The hardest part was the duel, and initially I struggled with the sync part at 47. After only 2 duel deaths, I beat this level pretty quickly. To be honest, I don't have much to say about this one. I regret not going for the first coin, though. One of the least balanced extremes I've beaten, and I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. The hardest part was the first wave, specifically the 17 release. That's, I believe, a 2-frame on 240 FPS. I fluked from 39 to 82 on this level, and had no deaths between 41 and 82. It got pretty frustrating at times, but I pulled through. Balsha doesn't have great balancing, but what it does have is a banger song, cool 9 circles decoration, and wave, which I needed to brush up on a bit. By far, the hardest part was 61. I died there 16 times from 0. I had a 50% pass rate on that 1%. It had 3 clicks that were, I think, 5 frames on 240. That's crazy to put that far in. I had 1 ending death and beat it with the lamest reaction in history. Let's roll the clip.
What? Yes! Oh my god! Yes!
Bruh.
Creo and Kermal can never go wrong together. The hardest part was the beginning, specifically 13 to 22. The duel got really consistent, and I fluked it from 57. I wish this level was more popular. It's so good. Kermal's best, in my opinion. I already yapped about this level quite a bit in my completion video, but it's a pretty cool level. It has deco that holds up quite well for 2.0. Aside from its balancing, which can be a little iffy at times, I just struggled to maintain consistency on such a long level. I feel, though, like beating it helped me a bunch with my nerve control, so I'm very grateful for that. Not much to say here since I beat it in 4 days. Hardest part is the ship from 33 to 45. It feels like a part from a top 400 was copied and pasted in this top 900. I had a Space UK reaction on this level. I didn't mean to cough, but I felt like it was my duty as a GD player to meme it, just a little bit.
Let's... Oh my god, I can't react, otherwise I'm gonna cough so much.
Let's go. I beat Aftermath. Erebus took me the longest in terms of time spent on a level. This is probably because I stopped playing it when 2.208 came out. With Geode being down for a while, I was demotivated to play it for some reason. Then I remembered about Mega Hack, bought that, and made some progress. This is the first level in a while I died at the end of. I had an 89% death, and most importantly, 98%. The last jump. That is the worst fail I've ever had. Unfortunately, I didn't have my mic turned on when I beat it, or when I died at 98, so we'll never get to hear my reaction. So yeah, that's my story. Remember to like the video and subscribe so I can hit 1 trillion subscribers by tomorrow. It's a tough goal, but I know we can do it. See you next time.